Hello everyone. Today I am going to start your second question of financial accounting, but before starting I want to know whether you are all right, good. Well, I hope you people are all fine, good and happy, and of course enjoying your festival. As we know, this is a Diwali time, so of course you are enjoying, but on that time in that time I'm also showing the new video for your question number 2, financial accounting, which is also belongs to your income statement. And this is the question number this is the April 2016 question of university sum. So I'll just make a video of the solution, and please do it. This is TY Becom Sem 5, and this is the chapter is preparation of the final account of the companies. As you know, myself is Professor Zakira Matwanka from Sant Gadge Maharaj College of Commerce and Economics. I'm assistant professor and HOD of the accountancy department. Now I'm going to start your second sum, which is belongs to the income statement, and this is April 2016. This question is also available in the university books also, and if you want the reference, so I'll give you. This is the Sheth Publisher book, page number 90. You can easily find it. This is illustration number 38, which there is a sum, and I taken this sum from the university book. So now I'm going to start your second question. This is following is the extract of the trial balance of the Mittal Limited as on 31st March 2018. Here the expenses are given, incomes are given, and I'm going to start your bifurcation. See, already I bifurcated the expenses and income with the different head, and I write it with the red marking. So just to have a look. Sales is revenue from operations, so I wrote here RO. Opening stock of raw material, which is belongs to the cost of material consumed, so I wrote here MC. Then opening stock of the finished goods, which is belongs to the change in the inventory. All the expenses which is belongs to raw material will come into the material consumed, so I'm writing here purchase of the raw material again belongs to the material consumed. Purchase return, material consumed. Sales return, it belongs to sales, that's why it will come in the revenue from operation. We have to deduct this value from the sales. Dividend receive and sundry income, both are income, so it will come under the head of the other income. Freight on raw material again belongs to material consumed. Salaries and wages and bonus to the employees, which all the expenses which is belongs to the employees will come under the head of the employee benefit expenses, so I wrote here EB. Director remuneration is belongs to the other expenses, it will come under the head of the other expenses. See, depreciation of given of 3 assets, that is plant and machinery, furniture and motor vehicle, so I wrote here D for under the head of the depreciation. We have to write interest on loan from the Bank of India. So interest which is belongs to bank, of course we have to pay that it will come under the head of the finance cost. Apart from that, other expenses are given here, repairs and maintenance, insurance premium, electricity charges, rent and rate and taxes, audit fees, advertisement expenses and sundry expenses will all come under the head of the other expenses. And now I am going to start your additional information, that is your adjustment. So one by one I'm marking and highlighting the expenses which is belongs to the adjustment. Closing stock of the raw material and finished goods is given, which is a 10 lakh and 12 lakh. Outstanding salaries and wages, it is given 1 lakh, so I'm just highlighting salaries and wages. So when you will solve the problem, of course you will easily see that this expenses had an adjustment. It is helpful for remember you when you are calculating. Sundry income receivable, that is 50,000, so income receivable, other income will be have to highlight it. So sundry income I am highlighting because it has an adjustment. Now the next is the fourth adjustment, 50,000 is provide for the debt and doubtful debt. See, here it is not a data, this is only belongs to the income statement, so we have to write this value on bad and doubtful debt under the head of the other expenses. So we don't have to highlight it because it is not belongs to, because here bad debts is not given. Now the next is advertisement expenses were 40,000. So I think here advertising expenses are there. So I'm highlighting this. Make a provision for the income tax. Income tax का value यहाँ पर दिया है. So here there is no income tax. We have to write in the format. And the raw material was 30,000 destroyed by fire of the goods were not insured. ये adjustment जो है आपका which is belongs to the raw material. So when we are doing the raw material calculation, of course we have to come into this the last adjustment and then we have to do it. So one by one I am coming with the expenses and adjustment. So first what we have to do, see this is your whole sum. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to first make the income statement and notes to account. And how to prepare it? We have to prepare the income statement, and this is the format. And first in a first page you have to draw the statement of the profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2018. One column for the particulars, notes to account, and two column for the amount. This is your statement of profit and loss account. And the second one is your notes to account. Notes to account we have to how to made, that is particulars and rupees ka 2 column we have to do. Now I'm starting with one by one expenses. See, first is your sales, and sales will come in under the head of the revenue from operation. So of course, see in the income statement as a format we done, first is your revenue from operation. So what we have to do, revenue from operation, and we have to calculate this revenue from operation where into the notes to account. So come into the notes to account first, and then we have to write sales, revenue operations from the sale. This is note number 1. First is your sales and sales return. So what we have to do, we have to write the total value of sale, and sale is given, that is 2 crore 40 lakhs, and the next is your sales return. Okay, so both we have to do, that is 2 crore. So these 2 crores we have to write from the in the revenue from operation, the total value of sale. Okay, this is 2 crore, and of course in the revenue from operation the other is what, this is other is your other incomes. So come here, see, and the question number 2, sales I took the sales return, and what is the other income? See, other income is given dividend received and sundry income, but we can see that the sundry income has an adjustment. So first we have to write dividend receive, and then we have to do the sundry income. So come into the notes to account, we have to write other incomes, then we have to write dividend receive. Okay, what is the dividend receive value? The dividend receive value is 10 lakh. Okay, then the next is your sundry income, and the sundry income has an adjustment, that's why we have to write into the inner column. Now first we have to see what is the adjustment. Now see the adjustment, other income, see this is C, third adjustment, sundry income receivable was 50,000, means this is what, this is your outstanding. So in the notes to account you have to write, add the value of the outstanding, and the value is 50,000 as we saw, and the amount is 8,50,000. So value is what for revenue from operation in sale, that is 2 crore, and this is 8 lakh 10 lakh and 8,50,000. So total value will be 18,50,000. Okay, so this 18,50,000, both the values you have to write, means 2 crore from the sales and 18,50,000 from the other income. So you have to write into the income statement total value. So how to write? First we have to write, say revenue from operation 2 crore. Okay, we have to write. Then next is of course second value is your other income, so we have to write 18,50,000. So total income will come here, that is 2 crore 18,50,000. That is all total revenue 1 plus 2 I wrote. Okay, so 2, of course this is belongs to the note number 1, so we have to write note number 1. This is belongs to note number 2, so we have to write note number 2. Now according to the format, the next is your expenses. First expenses is belongs to cost of material consumed. Now first we have to write cost of material consumed. We done already 3 notes. Now we have to write the third notes, and the third note is raw material consumed. Now I am going to the question and see what is the expenses belongs to the raw material consumed. See, material opening stock, it is given material consumed 20 lakhs. So first we have to write the opening stock. So I have to go into the notes to account, raw material consumed. Okay, so raw material consumed value is 20 lakhs. Again we have to go to the question. Next value of material consumed is purchase, and purchase return is given. So both we have to write into the notes to account, but we have to less this both the amounts. So how to write? We have to write purchase of material. Okay, what is the value? The value is 54 lakhs. The next is we have to deduct the purchase return. We have to deduct the purchase return 4 lakh, and the value will come is your value will come for of course 50 lakh. But before going through, I told you there is a material loss adjustment is given in your question. So first go to the question. See, this is the last value. Raw material worth rupees 30,000 was destroyed by fire. Goods were not insured. So of course this is an adjustment, this is a loss, this is not insured. So what we have to do, we have to less from the cost of goods sold और सॉरी कॉस्ट ऑफ मटेरियल कंज्यूम हम पहले इसमें से लेस करेंगे, एंड अदर इफेक्ट विल कम इनटू द अदर एक्सपेंसेस में. सो पहला इफेक्ट जो है मैं इसका यहाँ पर लिख रही हूँ नोट्स टू अकाउंट में. रिमेंबर दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस टू थिंग्स. ये जो गुड्स डिस्ट्रॉयड बाय फायर है, इसके दो इफेक्ट आएंगे. एक तो मटेरियल कंज्यूम से लेस होगा, और दूसरा हमको वी हैव टू राइट दिस इज अ लॉस. सो अदर एक्सपेंसेस में इसकी एंट्री आएंगी. सो फर्स्ट दैट्स व्हाई आई एम मेकिंग द नोट्स. सो वी हैव टू लेस द वैल्यू ऑफ loss destroyed raw material destroyed by fire, that is 30,000. so the total value will be 49,70,000. okay, so this is your material consumed. And of course next is what is the belongs to raw material. I have to see this is freight on raw material, so we have to write freight on raw material, that is 60,000. so total value we have to add opening stock of raw material, purchase related values, and of course return and loss by fire. After that freight expenses related to the raw material, which is freight on raw material, and the total value what we will get, that is 70,60,000. after that, according to the format, we have to deduct the closing stock of raw material. And what is the closing stock of raw material? How, from where we get? We are getting from the first adjustment, that is 10 lakh rupees, and that's what we have to write. 10 lakh we have to deduct, and the value of the raw material consumed is 60 lakh 30,000. and this notes to account number 3. so what we have to write, notes to account number 3, the value is 60 lakh 30,000. that is your notes to account number 3. okay, now according to the format, next is your change in the inventory of the finished goods. of course finished goods का inventory का जो भी changes है हमको यहाँ पर लिखना है. so now I have to write, I have to find out the opening stock of the finished goods. see, in the question it is given changes in the inventory. I wrote already, this is the opening stock of finished goods, that is 10 lakh, and closing stock we will get from the adjustment, that is 12 lakh. so how to write? see, we have to go to the notes to account. we have to make a new notes, that is changes in the inventory. so I am writing here, see, changes in the inventory of the finished good. First we have to write opening stock of the finished goods, and the value is 10 lakh, and the next is your closing stock, and the value is 12 lakh. of course the value will be negative, and we have to write here, that is 2 lakh rupees. okay, so this 2 lakh, that is a net increase value. so where we have to write change in the inventory, we have to write, of course this is a negative, this is your note number 4, and this we have to write here 2 lakh in a bracket. that means that is a negative balance. According to the performer, the next item is employee benefit expenses. so we have to go to the question, what is the employee benefit expenses? see, here two expenses are given, but one is having an adjustment, that is salaries and wages and bonus to the employees. So first what we have to do, first we have to do the notes. So we have to go the fifth notes to account. We have to make the fifth note, and the fifth note is salaries and wages. It doesn't have any adjustment. So salaries and I think there is an adjustment, sorry, adjustment is given. Salaries and wages ka what is given, see, outstanding value is 1 lakh, so we have to add this. So first what we have to write, first we have to write the value of salaries and wages, and the next we have to add the outstanding expenses, and then we have to add the outstanding expenses. So the total value will come, that is your 9 lakh, and this will come into your employee benefit expenses, first thing. And the second is of course it is given bonus to employees. So of course we have to write this 1,60,000. So total value of the employee benefit expenses is 10,60,000, and we have to write into the note number 5, that is employee benefit expenses is given 10,60,000. Now the next expense in the income statement is finance cost. It is given here. FI I wrote already, that is interest on bank, it is given. So finance expenses I wrote, see, I'm just I'm finding where it is. Yeah, here, see, interest on loan, finance cost is given, so we have to write 14 lakh here. So there is actually no notes we have to write, but just according to the format we have to go through this. So the sixth note is finance cost, which is belongs to the interest on loan from the Bank of India, and then we have to write the value is 14 lakhs, and directly this 14 lakh we have to write here, note number 6, and the value is 14 lakh. Okay, now according to the performer, the next is your depreciation and amortization. There is no adjustment in this three expenses. See, it is given here, depreciation or material, these three values are given. This is plant and machinery, furniture and motor vehicles, that we have to write into the notes to account one by one. So make a note of this. This is your depreciation and amortization expenses. We have to write here. First is your depreciation on plant and machinery, we have to write the value 10 lakh. Next is your furniture and fixture, the value is 6 lakh, and the next is your motor vehicle, and the value is 2 lakh. So total value is 18 lakh. This depreciation, note number 7 will come here. Note number 7, value is 18 lakh. Okay, and the next is your other expenses, and other expenses in the question is given here one by one. See, I already wrote here, that is director's remuneration first, then so I'm writing, see, I'm making the notes. Note number 8, see, note number 8, other expenses, director's remuneration, and director first remuneration is given 16 lakh. Okay, the next is given, okay, the next is given other expenses, that is here, repairs and maintenance, insurance premium, electricity charges, rent, audit fees, okay, and advertisement expenses. Now see, पहले जिस पर adjustment नहीं है, पहले मैं one by one वो लिख देती हूँ, and then we will do the advertisement expenses. या advertisement expenses हम second last ही लेते हैं. See, repair and maintenance. Next is your insurance premium. So I'm writing here insurance premium, and the value is given same as it is what is question is given. Electricity charges we have to do. Electricity charges is 80,000. Next is your audit fees. No, sorry, rent and rates. So I'm writing rent and rates here 40,000, and then audit fees. Line by line I am going. And next is your advertisement expenses. Now what is the advertisement expenses is given? See, your advertisement expenses value is 2,40,000, and what is the adjustment we have to see in the question? See, advertisement expenses prepaid value is 40,000. So of course we know all that prepaid we have to deduct, so we have to less the prepaid expenses 40,000, and the value is 2 lakh. Now the next in the question, it is given sundry expenses, right? So we have to write sundry expenses again. According to the question I am giving line by line, and if we have to all we have to complete everything, but as reading that question, I told you before that this bad debts, or you can say bad and doubtful debts, will come under the head of the other expenses, and this 50,000 will come here, and I'm writing in the notes to account. So these expenses of course will come, and don't forget we have to write the loss by fire ka second entry value. Loss by fire of the raw material, this is the last adjustment, 30,000. So the both will come in the other expenses. One is the bad and doubtful debts, that is 50,000, and the second effect of this adjustment will come on the 30,000. All adjustment have the second effect, but we didn't make a balance sheets. That is not only this sum is only belongs to the income statement. So all the adjustment will come which is belongs to the income statement only. So second effect will not come for in this question, but when we will do the full-fledged question, of course definitely it will come. But I am going step by step, as first we will do the two sum of the income statement, then balance sheet, and then the full-fledged sum, both the income statement and balance sheet. So these two expenses will come. This is 50,000 and this is 30,000 under the head of the other expenses. So I am writing here, this is your provision for doubtful debts will come 50,000, and the next is your loss by fire, that is 30,000. So total value is 23,40,000. I have already written here 23,43,000. Now we have to do the note number 8 and 23,43,000, that is the total value. इस तरह से हम जो है पूरी तरह से total expenses calculate करेंगे. We have to add this value, all the values. Remember this, ये हमारा subtract होगा और सब values add होगी. So जो total value आएगी हमारी, that will come in the total expenses का सामने 1,24,30,000. This will of course deduct from the total income. ठीक है. सो ये जो है हम लेस करेंगे, जिससे हमारा आएगा प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स. अब मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, देखिए ये जो हमारा टोटल रेवेन्यू है, इसमें से टोटल एक्सपेंस हम लेस करेंगे. सो हमारी जो वैल्यू आएंगी उसको हम कहेंगे प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स. मीन्स देखिए यहाँ पर से थर्ड से हमारी ये टोटल वैल्यू जो फोर्थ है ये माइनस होगा, एंड द वैल्यू विल कम, दैट इज 94,20,000. ठीक है. Now see the question here, it is given we have to reduce the provision for the income tax, that is 4 lakh rupees, and this according to the pro forma. Next is less the provision of the income tax. We have to less this value, and you will get your final answer, that is called profit after tax, and the profit after tax is 90,20,000. So this is your sum. I completed everything with your adjustment. Every time remember this is your question. I'm just minimizing the screen. It might be helpful for you that of course to find out your question. So see, this is your question, and this is also available in the university question book also. This is belongs to April 2016. ये आप लोगों को करना है. इनकम स्टेटमेंट में मैंने हर एक एडजस्टमेंट जो है उसको हाईलाइट किया है. वी आर ऑल्सो बाइफिकेट द एक्सपेंसेस एंड इनकम प्रॉपरली, एंड देन वी कन्वर्ट. वी हैव टू मेक अ नोट्स, एंड नोट्स के बाद जो है हमको उसको इनकम स्टेटमेंट में पूरा कन्वर्ट करना है. यू विल गेट द फाइनल आंसर. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर द एडजस्टमेंट इफेक्ट, गो थ्रू द परफॉर्मा एंड देन डू इट. It will definitely help you out. I hope you will get my explanation properly. If you have any doubt, you can write in a chat box and comment box. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Enjoy your festival. Bye everyone.